What if I told you the videos you keep scrolling past, those hand-drawn explainer clips where a marker sketches out an idea, cost companies a small fortune to make? And what if I told you that you could make them in about the time it takes to microwave your lunch? Okay, that sounds like a scam. It's not. Let me actually walk you through why this is a thing. So you've seen these videos. A hand shows up on screen, doodling little pictures while someone explains an idea. They're in ads, in online courses, in those "here's how our product works" bits on company websites. And they're everywhere for a boring reason. They work. Something about watching a drawing appear in real time makes your brain pay attention. Confusing ideas suddenly click. Businesses figured this out ages ago, which is why they keep using them to sell stuff and teach stuff. Here's the part that surprised me though. Making these the traditional way is genuinely painful. For the longest time you had two choices: hire an actual animator or go dig around on Fiverr for a freelancer. Either way, you're burning time and a lot of money. And I mean a lot. Skilled animators can charge up to $200 per minute for a finished video. Per minute! So a 3-minute explainer runs you $600 and a 2-week wait for one short clip. And that's the whole reason this opportunity exists. Because companies still want these videos. They want them all the time. What they don't want is the giant invoice and the waiting. So if you can hand them the same thing, faster and cheaper, congratulations, you've got a business. Freelancers and small agencies are already doing this. There's nothing stopping you from being one of them. And before you close the tab, I can't draw, I've never edited anything. Yeah, same. That's the whole point of where this is going. There's a tool I've been messing with called Instadoodle. The entire idea behind it is that a complete beginner can make a professional-looking video in a few minutes. No design background, no editing skills, none of it. It's built for people who don't know what they're doing. The way it works is dead simple. You're not drawing anything by hand, frame by frame, like some animator in a studio. You just drag pieces onto a timeline, slide by slide, and it animates them for you. If you've ever moved slides around in a presentation, you already get it. And then there's an add-on that honestly does most of the work. They call it the AI Wizard. What it does is take over the hard parts. It writes the script, and it's been trained on the kind of sales and teaching content that actually holds attention, so it's not garbage. It makes a voiceover that sounds like a real person in over 40 languages. It picks the visuals. Then it syncs the whole thing, slides, audio, everything, with one click. So really the workflow is, you give it an idea, it does the writing, the talking, the drawing, the assembling. You're mostly just supervising. Let me actually make this real for you. Say a local gym reaches out. They want a 60-second video explaining their new membership deal. Nothing fancy, just something clear they can throw on Instagram and their website. Old way? You'd be quoting them a few $100 and telling them to check back in a week or two. Here's what it looks like instead. You open the tool, type in something like 60-second explainer for a gym's new membership plan. The AI Wizard writes the script, hook, the benefits, a little call to action at the end. You read it, tweak one line so it sounds more like the gym's vibe, done. It generates the voiceover. You pick a friendly sounding voice. It pulls the visuals, a little dumbbell, a doodle of a person working out, a calendar for the sign updates. One click, everything syncs up. You export it in crisp quality, maybe drop the gym's brand color on it so it doesn't look generic, and send it over. Total time? Somewhere around 10-15 minutes. And you charge them $150 for it. That's the whole thing. That's the business in one tiny example. Now imagine doing that 3 or 4 times a week. Now, the part nobody thinks about until it bites them. Getting paid. If you're going to sell these videos to clients, you need a commercial license. You can't just start charging people without it. It's not a big deal to get though. It comes with the Pro upgrade, which is a one-time $97. Pay once, you're good to sell. And look, if this actually takes off for you and you're cranking out videos for a bunch of clients, there's an agency plan for that. Normally you get 150 AI credits for making custom assets. The agency plan gives you unlimited credits as of now. That's the jump from doing this on the side to actually running it. Here's the thing I'd really warn you about though. If you want to charge real money, your videos can't look cheap. Clients can smell a free template from a mile away. So let me tell you what separates the stuff people pay for from the stuff that looks like everyone else's. Quality's the first one. The Pro upgrade lets you export in 2K and 4K, so what you hand over is actually crisp. the kind of thing that holds up on YouTube or in a real ad. Nobody's paying for a blurry video with their name on it. Then there's branding, and this is the one that wins clients over. With Pro, you can upload custom fonts to match a client's exact brand. When a business sees their own look staring back at them, that's the moment they trust you. Color's another one. The basic sketches are black and white, which is fine, but it can feel a bit flat. When choosing the basic plan, you have the option to choose one with color support that lets you make full color elements. Instantly looks more modern. For marketing stuff especially, that matters. This next one's sneaky. Variety. If every video you make uses the same 5 drawings, people notice and it all starts blending together. Pro opens up over 3,000 extra elements, poses, props, all sorts. It even adds 8 new drawing hand styles, including male, female, and cartoon hands. So your projects don't all look like clones of each other. Now here's a problem I ran into fast, and you will too. Every one of these tools comes with a library of ready-made doodles. Characters, props, arrows, all that. And it's fine. But eventually a client asks for something specific that just isn't in there. A particular gadget, a weird mascot, some oddly specific scene. And when that happens with most software, you're stuck. You dig through hundreds of almost right images and settle for the closest one. This tool has a way around that, and it's kind of the best part. It's called the Doodle AI engine. And what it does is let you type out whatever you need, in plain words, and it draws it for you. Any character, any object, any scene. You describe it, it generates a custom doodle to match. So back to that gym example. Say they want a specific piece of equipment sketched, some machine that's definitely not in any standard library. Instead of giving up or faking it, you just type what it is and you get a doodle made for that exact request. No stock hunting, no compromising. You're not limited to somebody else's pack of drawings anymore. You can make whatever the project actually calls for. And that's a bigger deal than it sounds, because the thing that makes client videos look generic is everyone pulling from the same asset library. The second you can generate custom pieces on demand, your videos stop looking like everyone else's. That's what lets you charge like a real service instead of a template. And last, speed. When you've got deadlines stacking up, sitting around waiting for a video to render is miserable. Pro gives you priority in the queue, so things process faster. When you're juggling a few projects, that time genuinely adds up. So let me step back for a second and just be straight with you about what this actually is. You've got a service businesses want and pay decent money for. You've got a tool that makes the videos even if you have zero skills. You've got the license to sell it legally, and you've got the upgrades to make your work look expensive enough to charge like it's expensive. That's a real thing you could start. Now let me be real with you about the actual cost, because I hate when videos wave their hands and say, basically nothing, and then it turns out to be $1,000. Here's the honest math. The core tool itself gets you in the door. Then the upgrades are where the real capability lives, and they stack up. The core tool can be yours for a one-time payment of $37 for the basic version, and if you want it with color support, it's a one-time $67. The AI Wizard, the one that writes and voices and assembles everything for you, is an additional $67. The Pro upgrade, that's the big one since it carries the commercial license you need to sell, plus the 2K and 4K exports, the custom fonts, the 3,000 extra elements, the 8 hand styles, and priority rendering. That's a one-time $97. So if you grab the 2 add-ons that actually matter for client work, the Wizard and the Pro, and got the basic color version to begin with, you're looking at $231, one time, not monthly. And then there's the agency plan, which I'd only touch once you're actually busy. That's the one that jumps you from 150 AI credits to unlimited. You don't need that on day one. You need that when you've got more clients than credits. Now put that next to what we talked about at the start. One professional explainer video, made the old way, can run $600 for 3 minutes. So the entire setup, the part that lets you make videos legally, in high quality, in color, without any skills, costs less than half of what a single client would pay for one video the traditional way. I'm not saying that to hype it. I'm saying it so you can decide with real numbers instead of vibes. If you land one client, the whole thing's already paid for. That's the actual cost to get in. I'll be honest with you about the catch, because there kind of is one. It's not that it's hard, it's that most people won't bother. The ones who make anything out of this are just the ones who move while it's still early. And right now it is early. Most business owners have no clue tools like this exist. They're still overpaying freelancers and waiting weeks. That gap won't stay open forever. Anyway, if you want to poke around the tool I've been using, I left a link in the description. Just go look, mess with it, make a video and see what happens. Worst case, you waste 10 minutes. Best case, it's the first video someone pays you for. That's it from me. I will see you in the next one.